Hey everyone, today we are diving into something that is absolutely huge for creators, AI voice. We're going to break down how you can create these unbelievably realistic voices, and most importantly, how to do it safely and ethically. This could totally transform how you make content.
So, this right here, this is going to be our North Star for this whole explainer. It's not just about the cool tech that lets you generate or clone a voice. It's about doing it with respect, with transparency, with a really solid ethical backbone. This is the big idea we're going to keep coming back to.
Okay, so first things first, we've got to get on the same page. You hear AI voice thrown around a lot, but it actually covers two really different technologies. And honestly, knowing that difference is step one to using them the right way.
And this really breaks it down nicely. On one side, you've got text-to-speech, which is all about creating a voice from scratch, just from text. Then on the other side, you have voice cloning, which is a whole different ballgame. That's about making a synthetic copy of a specific, real person's voice. Let's dig into that a little more.
So let's start with text-to-speech, or TTS. You can think of this as the real workhorse of synthetic audio. I mean, you've heard this a million times. Your GPS telling you to turn left, your smart speaker reading you the news. It's generating a brand new, totally artificial voice from text. It's not trying to sound like anyone in particular. It's just a voice built for a job.
And then there's this. This is where it gets personal. Voice cloning is exactly what it sounds like. It analyzes a target voice and creates a digital replica that can then say, well, anything you type. And because you're mimicking a real person, this comes with a huge non-negotiable rule you see right there. Explicit consent is mandatory.
All right, so we get the what. Now let's get into the how. Because, and this is super important, the quality of the AI voice you get out is 100% tied to the quality of the audio you put in.
But before we even talk about mics and all that, there's this one key idea anyone building a product with this tech needs to get. It's this constant tug-of-war between quality and latency. So do you need a voice that sounds absolutely flawless, but maybe takes a second to generate? Or do you need a voice that can fire back instantly in a conversation, even if it's not quite as polished? Finding that sweet spot is a huge decision.
No matter what you're trying to do, it all comes down to that old saying, garbage in, garbage out. And really, it boils down to two super simple things. First, get a decent microphone. Seriously, even a basic USB mic is worlds better than what's built into your laptop. And second, control your room. The AI is going to hear everything, the fan, the traffic, the echo. So find a quiet spot. It makes a massive difference.
So, why bother with all this? Why get the audio just right? Well, because when you nail this, you unlock some seriously powerful applications that can genuinely expand your reach as a creator.
And this is where the rubber really meets the road. I mean, just imagine creating an entire course without having to record your voice for hours. Or what about taking one of your hit videos and instantly dubbing it for a global audience in a consistent voice? You can even create audio versions of your written work, making your content accessible to everyone. It's a game changer.
But all this power, it brings us right back to where we started. All these amazing things you can do are only as good as the ethical foundation they're built on. So let's lay out the playbook for doing this the right way.
Okay, here you go. Think of this as your ethical checklist. Number 1, document consent. Don't just get a verbal yes, have a record of it. Number 2, respect rights. Be super clear from day one about who owns the original voice data and who owns the content created with the AI voice. And number 3, be transparent. When it makes sense, let your audience know they're listening to an AI-generated voice.
You know, I really want to pause here for a second, because if you only remember one single thing from our chat today, please let it be this. When you're cloning a specific person's voice, documented consent isn't just a suggestion. It is the absolute foundational #1 rule. There are no exceptions, full stop.
So, let's pull all these threads together. The technology, the practical applications, and the ethical rules for our final takeaway.
This really just says it all, doesn't it? The technology is an amplifier. It can take your voice, your message, and scale it across languages and platforms. But it's the ethics, the consent, the transparency, the respect that gives that amplified voice integrity and ensures you're building trust with your audience.
And that leaves us with one last, kind of provocative thought. A digital copy of your voice, it can exist long after you're gone. It can be shared, reused, preserved forever. So as we close, the real question isn't just about the technology. The question for all of us is, what will you choose to make your digital voice say?